boy, what you trying to say? You made this cake, it's so delicious.
Yes, I did.
A mythic and cosmopolitan city, Tanger is the capital of the region. Tanger is one of the world's oldest continually inhabited cities. Founded by the Phoenicians, the city opens like an amphitheater onto the Straits of Gibraltar. The city has its own shorelines of beautiful and extended beaches, with wild shoreline on both the Atlantic and the Mediterranean coasts. The city has always been a meeting point for intellectuals, artists, and travelers from all over the world. Through its alleyways have walked global figures from the world of art and music. Tanger's offerings of museums and monuments include the new Museum of Mediterranean Cultures, Dar al-Makhzen, the American Legation Museum, the Anglican Church of St. Andrews, the Nahon Synagogue, the Caves of Hercules, and Cape Spartel, among other sites of interest.
'Cause we've never had been on our own. Red House Painters has just stopped playing. Kitchen walls are hanging out my thoughts.
In terms of entertainment, the city hosts diverse music festivals, including some of Andalusi, electronic, jazz, and dance, in addition to festivals dedicated to literature and cinema.
Say, lady, what you trying to say? We've done no harm, we were just kissing. Because I love him so much,
And I love her too, I love her kissing.
we said and done, an awkward silence came around. 'Cause we
Situated between the folds of Mount Dirsa, Tetouan is a UNESCO World Heritage Site due to the immense historic and artistic value of its Medina. Of all the cities in Morocco, Tetouan has the biggest Andalusian identity. Even today, Tetouan retains elements of Andalusian culture in its architecture as well as its cuisine and its dress. Tetouan also boasts a neighborhood dating to the first half of the 20th century, whose architecture is considered one of the finest examples of Spanish colonial urbanism, the Ensanche.
And I love her too, I love her kissing.
The city of Al-Hoceima is situated on the Mediterranean coast, between the mouths of the Nukur and Ris rivers. The city is surrounded by mountains and natural spaces of great beauty. The landscapes of the region are its main attractions. The Nature Reserve of Tafensa and the National Park of Al-Hoceima to the east are the largest reserves for African fish eagles and peregrine falcons in the region.
hanging out my thoughts. 'Cause we never had been on our own. Grandly Buffalo will start playing. Kitchen wall.
The coast alternates between beaches of white sand and imposing cliffs with wooded areas that are ideal for hiking.
Trying to say, we've done no
Sun and beach tourism is the area's most popular form of tourism. Beaches like Cala Iris, Quemado, and Esfeha are very popular, frequented as much by domestic tourists as by tourists from other countries, such as France, Spain, and the countries of Northern Europe. Resorts and facilities, which are growing in number, make Al-Hoceima a destination of choice for tourists in search of relaxation and turquoise waters.
Never had been on our own. Grandly Buffalo will start playing. Kitchen walls are hanging out my thoughts.
The gastronomy of the Al-Hoceima area owes mainly to the quality of fish brought directly from the port of the city.
Kitchen walls are hanging out my thoughts. And yours.
Known as the Blue Town because of its houses colored with indigo, Chefchaouen was founded in 1471 on the site of a Berber settlement by Muslims and Jews coming from Al-Andalus. Forbidden to foreigners for centuries because it was considered a holy town, Chefchaouen still possesses a certain mysticism, as it has remained virtually unchanged intramurally since the 15th century.
Kitchen walls are hanging out my thoughts. 'Cause we never had been
The Medina retains its original walls, which remain intact. The town wall has 7 doors that give access to 7 distinct neighborhoods. Artisanship is a major activity in the town, evidenced by the workshops of weaving and woodworking. Getting lost in the cobblestone alleys of the old town and staying in one of the guest houses is an unforgettable experience. Not far from the town is the Telus National Park, known for the waterfalls of Akshor and the God's Bridge rock formation, an irresistible option for hiking enthusiasts. Hoceima is situated on the Atlantic coast, 46 kilometers south of Tangier. The town, surrounded by wild beaches, represents one of Morocco's seaside pearls. Inside the town's walls, accessible via Bab Qasba, Al-Qasba Street takes us to the square of Sidi Ali Hamdouche. This square, like the rest of the city, is dominated by the imposing Menajim Tower, a Portuguese keep which is one of the symbols, along with the Palace of Reisuni.
Grandly Buffalo will start playing. Kitchen walls are hanging out my thoughts.
Situated to the south of the reef, Wezzen is a picturesque locality, considered a holy town by both Muslims and Jews. Known also as Dardmana, in the 15th century the town welcomed many refugees from Al-Andalus.
An awkward silence came around, 'cause we never had been on our own. Red House painters' heads just stopped playing.
9 kilometers to the east is the village of Ejzen, in which women's cooperatives produce different types of couscous, and where one can purchase olive oil directly from the traditional olive presses.
We'll start playing. Kitchen walls are hanging out my thoughts, 'cause we never had been on our own. Grandly Buffalo will start playing. Kitchen walls are hanging out my thoughts. And yours. Hey lady, what you trying to say? We've done no harm, we were just kissing. Because I love him so much.
And I love her too, I love her kissing.
We said and done. An awkward silence came around, 'cause we never had been on our own. Red House painters' heads just stopped playing. Kitchen walls are hanging out my thoughts, 'cause we never had been on our own. Grandly Buffalo will start playing. Kitchen walls are hanging out my thoughts.
Known also as Rincon, which means corner in Spanish, this little seaside resort on the Mediterranean coast is part of the historic Jebela region.
Kitchen walls are hanging out my thoughts.
Larache is the modern-day extension of the Phoenician town of Lixus, whose ruins are several kilometers away and where, by several accounts, the Garden of the Hesperides of Greek mythology was once located.
We said and done. An awkward
The town's Kasbah projects into the sea like the prow of a ship.
had been.
The Medina forms a triangle, whose sides are the port,
Stop
the
playing.
castle of the stork,
Walls are
and the ruins of the El Kabibat fortress. In the surrounding area, long Atlantic beaches dominate the scene.
grandly.
Some of these, such as the one popularly known as the Dangerous, may be reached via boat.
'Cause we never
Cultural activities include the Guitar and Songs Festival,
will start
the Cross-Cultural Mixing Festival, and the International Festival of Culture, Arts and Heritage.
and yours.